Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel, or welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Cass Perry, and you can call me Cass, but today we're going to be looking at some more Reddit stories, giving some advice, seeing what everybody's going on, and we're going to try to keep this one here by the books and see what's on the menu for today. So, this one is titled, How in the Hormonal Hell? The period question I have always wanted an answer for. Oh Lord. I have been curious for an answer to this question for a really long time. It's technically two questions, but I digress. Bear with me for a moment. They might toe the line between biology and physiology. Physiology, as much as it is about the biological explanation for it. Okay. I have asked my GPs in the before time. Man, it makes me feel like I'm in South Park. The before time. Back when the birth givers were here. Oh, geez, guys, I don't want to get in trouble. Just like I used to get in trouble in the before time. Oh God, I miss Butters. Okay, so I think this is actually just supposed to say I have asked my general practitioners before, and they've always seemed amused by the question, but they've never really had an answer as to why it happens nor how. I've been told that it is unusual. I guess it's true that biology informs medicine, but a doctor isn't a biologist. It isn't their job to find out why, just how to fix it if it becomes a problem. Oh yeah. So for the record, none of this happens during PMS. All of it comes after. Ouch, week starts. Oh yeah. The hormones have already finished playing their silly game of mood swing peekaboo. First, it's a sudden overnight swing into good health on literally day one of ouch week. I go from pepperoni face to the clearest skin of my life, particularly in a matter of hours. Not just that, though. Small cuts, burns, bruises, etc., those disappear too. Got a head cold? Not anymore. Greasy, frizzy hair, suddenly effortless, spotless mood and motivation. Sometimes I wonder if I'm still human or if I've somehow mutated into X-Men's Wolverine with tatas and a stick-on half diaper insert. Secondly, regarding food cravings, I have never craved specific foods before. I have always and exclusively craved the color red. Not necessarily foods that are red, just the color. For a while, it even seems like red even becomes more vibrant to my eyes. Any food that isn't suddenly tastes flavorless and unpleasant, regardless of what I do to prepare it, unless I can make it red. I'll cook everything with tomato, annatto, beet juice, or even food dye to trick my brain into liking it, just so I'll get enough vegetables. The craziest part is that it works. So, biologists question, what in the hormonal nonsense is this? Why red and why not anything normal like chocolate? Why do I feel better when I'm still bleeding than in the follicular or ovulation stages like I've been told should happen? I'm not concerned. It's honestly cool. I just gotta know what kind of crazy biochemical hoopla is happening here. I don't know. I don't know why, but at first, just based on the title, I thought this was gonna be some stupid dude, but oh God, this is great. Oh, to the comments! To the comments! Okay. Acne, grease, hormonal changes in skin are well known. A lot of women are prescribed BC in part to manage these kinds of skin issues. Better healing vitamins, nutrients, otherwise divert it to build, maintain uterine lining. are more available for us elsewhere. Yeah. The ice cravings can be intense. Ice? I can tell when my iron is dropped low because I start eating ice like crazy. Oh, really? Really? Eating ice, huh? I never heard of that. That's kind of great. Like, oh yeah, you got the munchies? Just have a handful of these ice cubes. Hell yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh, that's kind of great. So, oh, this one seems kind of mean. Am I the asshole for inviting my brother and sister-in-law to exercise, not knowing my sister-in-law is morbidly obese? Okay, so you didn't know that she's morbidly obese. I don't. Okay, let's just read the story because I don't know what to say about this yet. So, I, 20 female, love sports. I'm the junior coach of a youth wrestling team. I referee basketball 3 times a week, and I love going to the gym and rock wall climbing. I get a discount at the climbing gym because the wrestling group rents from the same building, and my head coach and the owner of the gym struck a deal. Okay. I've started to get into competitive climbing, both club and at my university, and have equipment of my own. My brother and his wife, 29 male and 30 female, are coming home for the holidays, and he asked me if I knew any trust exercises for he and his wife to do while they're in town. Well, rock climbing is a good trust exercise. I mean, I've been rock climbing before. You literally need to 100% trust the person who is holding that rope with your life, because if you don't, you literally just have it stuck in your brain that you're gonna die. I have had both the trust and the I'm gonna die. I did not want to let go. You're supposed to let go when you go down the wall. I did not want to let go. I was just like, no, you're gonna drop me. Anyway. I told them I could get into the climbing gym on a good deal, and he asked how much weight the harness and rope could hold. I looked it up, and it's over 2,000 pounds. He also asked how it was a trust based, and I explained about belaying and climbing, and trusting your belay partner will catch you when you fall. You know, that is valid. That's exactly what I just said. Okay. I've only met my brother's wife once due to him moving across the country. She was an average weight when I met her. However, I didn't know that over the course of 3.5 years she had gained over 300 pounds, and my brother didn't mention that exercise might be an issue. Oh, okay. I didn't comment about her weight when we met up at the gym. I just said hello and paid for our time and their rentals and went in toward the more difficult bouldering section. After about 25 minutes, my brother came over to me and told me that they were leaving and we would meet at home. I told him okay and kept working on my bouldering until my 2 hours was up. After I came back to my parents' house, my sister-in-law cornered me, screaming at me and talking about how I set her up to make her look and feel fat, and how I rubbed my athleticism in her face. I apologized, but she and my brother got a hotel room and both of them refused to speak to me, so am I the asshole? No! Honestly, no. Because, to be completely fair, your brother asked you for a trust exercise. That is a valid trust exercise, for one. Two, you had no idea that she had gained 300 bloody pounds in 3.5 years. That's literally 100 pounds per 1.25 years. Like, no. No. She literally gained 100 pounds per year since she last seen you. So, and nobody had mentioned it to you. You haven't seen any pictures. You had absolutely no idea that this woman was going to be completely different looking from the last time that you had seen her. And not only that, but you were literally just giving something that they basically asked for, because they asked you for something that was quite literally a trust exercise in the area that you would enjoy. But and how are you rubbing your athleticism in anybody's face? You just wanted to go rock climbing, and they asked you for a trust exercise, which rock climbing is one of the most obvious of trust exercises that there can be in general at all. I don't even know what to say about this one. This lady needs help. Because if you're getting mad at somebody, and in all honesty, at the end of the day, it could have just been a health thing. Like, I'm sorry, but maybe if... Okay, so she was a regular weight when you had first met her, which would be at my height around 138 to 145, 47 pounds. And then, so that would be 440 odd pounds, if I'm not incorrect. How much time has she spent on her derriere? Like, I understand thyroid conditions and stuff. Maybe it could be a gland issue. Maybe she's developed some sort of crazy reverse eating disorder that makes people... Maybe she's following Lizzo. But... constantly making the unhealthy choice, and then getting angry at somebody who always makes the healthy choice because your partner asked them for a suggestion and they thought that you might like the healthy choice because they didn't know that you were constantly making unhealthy choices. That person is not the asshole. The person who is constantly making unhealthy choices for themselves and is getting angry because somebody's making a healthy choice is the asshole. You can make yourself feel crappy all that you want and all of that good jazz, but at the end of the day, it's nobody's fault but your own if you feel like Scheißehoffen. It's your problem, not theirs. Thank you. Anyway, I was just trying to do something nice, but it blew up in my face. Oh yeah, that happens quite often. But let's find out what's going on with you, specifically. So, my housemate is a nice guy. Nice guy. Oh yeah. Even referred to himself as a snag. Oh yeah. He spends 1 week with me and another week with his kids in a family home getting a divorce. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you're such a snag, eh? But you're getting a divorce. She's chucking you out because you're such a snag, buh. Yeah, totally. The fudge did you do? What you do? What you do? How'd you do it? I hate nice guys. Fudging Tate wannabes. Anyway, I hate Andrew Tate. So, I'll tell you guys one of my stories right after this story. But I hate Tate boys so much. And there's so many of them who don't even know who Andrew Tate is. They just act like him and it's disgusting. Anyways, so he reminds me of Kirk Van Houten. He's pathetic. He also has a massive energy vampire and a very, very clingy and needy with zero awareness of his surroundings and others. This weekend takes the cake, though. He's at my apartment, so this is his ex's weekend with the kids. He calls me up Saturday, Arvo, and asking if I wanted to go to a strange production, to a stage production. Yeah, strange production. No, in the sky, it probably is a very strange stage production. I declined. He was like, yeah, well, I got these tickets today. I called my ex to take my son, and she said no? Question mark. Shocked. Shocked Pikachu. Oh, yeah. I was just trying to do something nice, but it blew up in my face. I was full on eye roll. I saw him after the show and asked him how it was, and he was still sulking about how he couldn't take his son and just wanted to go with him. I was like, mate, it's your ex's weekend. Not unreasonable that she said no. You should have gone next weekend? Oh, but I knew they weren't doing anything. I told him sometimes just chilling out is doing something, then told him that I guess lesson learned for next time. Yeah, the lesson should be learned. Don't be a dick. If you are going to be a horrible human being who doesn't like to let other people have their own time with anybody, I'm sorry, but if you're actually getting jealous because your ex-wife wants time with your son on a specific time that they had agreed upon, no. It is not your right to take that child away from her at any point in time, just the same as it is not her right to forcibly take your child away from you at any point in time. At the end of the day, men and women should 100%, in my personal opinion, have equal rights to a child in every way, shape, and form. There is no, oi, oi. This is gonna sound awful, but I kind of hope it's not his kid. That's mean. That's mean. I can't. Okay. Next. Next! My former father-in-law loves his nickname. What's the nickname? What's the nickname? Okay. In my family, all the grandparents have nicknames that start with the letter G. This is because many of our names start with the letter G. My grandparents are G-Mom, G-Dad, and not the most creative, I know, but fun. I have an older sister, G-Nana. We also have an aunt and uncle who go by G-Ma and G-Dude. Well, my former father-in-law has always been called GG by my family for the reason that he is a greedy moocher, and he would first say, give me this or give me that before a greeting. Oh yeah, so throw the whole man away. Even when visiting my house, he always expected my wife and I to get him a gift. If the gift was not acceptable, he would make a big deal about it and claim that we all hate him. I seriously do. But that is my issue. I would often remind him that he can leave it at his earliest convenience, to which he would dive even deeper into his victimhood complex and call me disrespectful. My contempt for the man was rarely hidden. Hence why he was given the nicknames Gimme and Gigi. It was never meant to be said to him, but mainly as an inside joke between my parents, siblings, and ex-wife. When my daughter called him Gigi to his face recently, we all laughed about it awkwardly, and the huge smile on his face was priceless. He genuinely loved it and think it stands for greatest grandpa. I would gladly tell him what it really means, but I'm saving that for a real special occasion. Oh no! No! I don't know how to react to this. Honestly, I just wouldn't even tell him. I wouldn't. I just keep it going. I just keep calling him that and never tell him what it means and let him think it means greatest grandpa because obviously he's an idiot and just keep going with it. But I'm mean. I'm not a nice person. You should not do anything that I do. Yeah. Remember, kids, don't do anything I do. Um, but yeah. Oh, heaven. I don't even know what to think about this because at the end of the day, he doesn't know. He doesn't need to know. It's just gonna hurt him if he does know. I say leave him alone. Ooh. This one looks fun. Is it safe to swipe right on my HR lady at work if she swiped first? Sounds easy and obvious at first, but then again, I don't want to get fired randomly if this comes back. What's happened? No. If this backfires, any suggestions? And no, I don't know if she did it by accident or not. Dude, that is a dangerous game, like looking for landmines with a hammer. Or visibly seeing the landmines and still going through it. I mean, how hot is the landmine? This is the only question that matters. It's obviously a dud. It's a landmine. Do I look like land to you? Oh god, this poor dude. I don't even know. You're gonna get fired for sure. Am I the asshole for telling my sister she is an idiot if she thought her actions at her wedding wouldn't have consequences? On my phone. Okay. Noted. Quick backstory, my bio dad died when I was young, and my mom remarried when my sister was 8 and I was 10. We are now in our late 20s. Stepdad focused a lot of his time providing for us, so I never got close to him, but I am grateful for him. I am engaged, and my sister is going to marry in about a month. My wedding will be in a year. Both of us are close to our mom, though. My sister, who I'll call Noelle, fudged up, in my opinion, and at first I was on her side, but now I just feel bad for stepdad. Noelle isn't going to have him walk her down the aisle and gave her away. I understand this is her decision, and when it came out, I helped my mom and stepdad understand that it was her choice. The turning point happened last week when she told us that he will not be sitting at the family table. When asked her why, she made it clear that he wasn't family to her. Again, her right, but damn, he is the reason that we had such a good childhood and are debt free. He paid for college and worked a ton. I knew this would result in them not going to the wedding, and they informed my sister. She called me upset and was ranting about how it was her wedding and that she was being abandoned. I had enough and told her that she's an idiot if she didn't think her actions wouldn't have consequences, and she called me a jerk and hung up. I'm unsure if I was a jerk, and I feel guilty since I am now closer to my parents since I promised he can walk me down the aisle at my wedding. Aww. I just feel bad for your stepdad, man, because he put in all this effort, all this work, all this time, and he loved you guys like no other. He did absolutely everything that he could for you. And your sister, now a full-grown adult, who should know better by now, mind you, is literally treating him like he is nothing to her and telling him that he is not family, when obviously he's been more family to you guys than almost anybody else. And why is she being so mean to him? I am so glad that you were there for your stepdad. And I'm glad that this whole ordeal brought you guys closer together. But at the same time, I feel bad for the man because he shouldn't have to go through that with somebody who he literally raised as his own child. Like that's just cruel and unusual punishment for everybody involved. Like, oh, sorry, my eyeballs itchy. I got itchy eyes because I'm not cute and fluffy. But yeah, there's absolutely no reason for her to be so mean to your stepdad. That's just, I don't know, guys. I don't know.
I just want to grab a coffee real quick and then we can go shopping. Okay, sounds good. I'll grab one too. Hey, thanks for stopping in. What can we get started for you today? Hi. What can we get for you today? I don't know yet. I'm thinking I want to get a frappuccino today. I don't know, get a little crazy. So crazy. What did you just say to me? I was agreeing with you. Okay. I think I'm just gonna do a vanilla latte today. Did you want that with another milk or is 2% okay? That's such a stupid question. Do you actually think we drink cow milk? Hey, what's your problem with the barista? What do you mean? I don't have a problem. I'm in such a great mood right now. You sure about that? Can't help but notice you're being really nice to me, but not so nice to her. I've also noticed that. Okay. What's your point? Nothing. I was just raised to treat service workers with respect and, oh, when I'm being disrespectful, I literally acknowledge her existence. What more do you want from me? A shred of human decency? Okay, no need to get angry. You know what? I don't need any more friends that judge and criticize me. I'm out. Find another ride home. Hey, no offense, but your friend sucks. Yeah. 2% is fine, by the way. I just want to grab a coffee real quick and then we can go shopping. Okay, sounds good. I'll grab one.
Oh, nothing's ever made me feel so relatable.
Contacted me. Come here because of one.
Careful, please, mate. Careful with your... Hey! Easy! I don't want that to fall on my head, alright? That's heavy. That metal crate thing, eh? Take it off gently. Whoa! That's bright! Holy shitballs! Whoa! Give me a second. I've been down here a while, mate. Give me a minute. I need to squint. That's a bit... Just back off a little bit, please.
Oh my god, that's a capybara down there.
Significant change in my life right now. And I need to just take a second to absorb it. I'm trying to get out. Give me a moment. I can fit.
It's so cute.
I can fit. Alright, no, I might go back in. I'm a bit scared. You don't realise how big this is for me, alright? I mean, where do you want me to go? Okay, thank you.
There he goes.
Where do I go? What's that? What are all these things out here? I've never seen any of this before, and it's so bright. My retinas are burning. Do I have retinas? Careful, please.
Isn't it cute?
My friend's very cute.
Honey, would you say that honesty...
So I've got to find a hidden key? What is this, a treasure?
Oh,
Whatever we catch today, we gotta eat.
Tony.
Pancake. We caught a pair of sea urchins. Perhaps a happy couple. Or they could be absolutely miserable together. I'm gonna put one out of its misery.
We're gonna eat them.
What? Yep. First thing we gotta do is this.
Tony, don't! You're killing me! No!
Trust me, just trust me. So that's how you want it to look? Now we're gonna punch a hole through its heart. Oh, yeah. All we want is that orange shit. There she is.
Sushi!
For you?
You sure about this?
Yeah, it's good for you.
That's actually really good.
Yeah! Whatever we catch today, we gotta eat.
Oh,
I'm so sick of cakey makeup looks, so I've been using this technique and I'm obsessed. All at once, apply all your cream products just like this. The key is to use a setting mist. This stops the product from drying out so you can blend it. But it also infuses the makeup with the setting power of your setting spray. So now I'm going to start blending, and I start with the concealer because that's the lightest color. And it's really easy to blend because it's nice and wet from the setting spray. When blending, the products go from light to dark, so I started with concealer, moving on to now foundation, and then the blush, then bronzer, and contour. Along the way, feel free to mist your face as you go to redampen everything. The great thing about this is instead of applying foundation over your whole face, and then applying concealer on top of that, blush on top of that, contour on top of that, and bronzer on top of that, this is technically a single layer of makeup, even though I'm wearing 5 different... I'm so sick of cakey makeup.
That's still cakey.
Can I borrow that palette?
What was this?
number 5 and I'm 7'2".
Kid hell.
I'm number 6 and I'm 6'8".
I'm number 7 and I'm 7 foot.
What sports did everyone play growing up?
Started rugby and then got quite tall and started rowing. How about you?
I played basketball and American football.
What position were you in American football?
Receiver.
Okay.
Number 7, how tall are your parents?
My dad is about 6'8". My mum's a little bit shorter.
Okay.
What's so funny?
I'm calling cap. I'm calling cap.
Dang, I'm already fucked, bro.
Number 1, who do you think the imposter is?
2.
Number 2, who do you think the imposter is?
Number 7.
Number 4.
Number 2.
Number 5, who do you think the imposter is?
Number 4.
Number 6, who do you think the imposter is?
Number 2.
Yes, crazy.
What are you laughing at now, American boy? Number 2, you capping.
With that, number 2, you have been voted out.
I am number 5 and I'm 7'2".
Kid hell.
I'm number 6 and I'm...
In a daring act to save her child, a jaguar charged onto the highway, seeking help from humans, but people didn't understand its intentions. Mistaking it for a threat, a man pushed it aside. Undeterred, the jaguar continued its quest for human assistance. That's when a forest ranger noticed something was off. The jaguar clung to him, as if knowing he could help, and wouldn't let go. Intrigued, he followed the jaguar to investigate. After about 10 minutes, they arrived at a deep well. There, the jaguar's cub had fallen in, explaining its mother's desperation. The caring ranger immediately called a rescue organization. The cub looked utterly helpless, having tried and failed many times to climb out. The rescue team arrived swiftly, as the cub's condition seemed critical. How to rescue this little one? They carefully lowered a trap cage, allowing the cub to enter on its own to avoid injury. Throughout, the mother jaguar watched anxiously from a tree. The cub, smartly realizing the cage was its ticket out, slowly entered. Together, the rescuers lifted the cage. The cub's eyes held gratitude and caution. Exhausted, it longed for a good sleep, but the rescue wasn't over. They had to return it to the wild. The rescuers carried the cage to a secluded area and released the cub. Its mother watched from a distance, seemingly thanking the humans for their help. In a daring act to save her child,
That's so beautiful.
Part of our 6-year-old.
I have discovered some horrifying news. Okay, a study came out and it said that people, us silly little humans, only are about 50% accurate in determining whether or not somebody is flirting with us. That's terrifying. Imagine all the people you thought were just being friendly, but they were actually flirting with you, or worse, you thought they were flirting with you, but they were actually just being friendly. I thought it was just my autism, but now there's math that proves being subtle accomplishes nothing. You have to be very direct and in clear terms state that you are flirting with me, you are into me, because you can sit on my face and I would still think that I'm reading too much into it. I have discovered some horror.
In therapy, I figured out the day in my childhood I became an emotional eater. I was 8 years old and I was eating a bagel in the kitchen, and my dad came in and he goes, "You're gonna want to put that bagel down. I gotta tell you something." And that's when he told me that my mom had died. So somewhere in my brain, something clicked like, oh. When you stop eating bread, people perish. I went back to 4th grade like the angel of death. Everyone's like, "Step on a crack, break your mother's back." I'm like, "Stop eating bread, now your mom's dead, dude." I figured out the day in my childhood I became an emotional eater. I was 8 years old and I was eating a bagel in the kitchen.
I wish that I didn't resonate with that so much. No. No, Taylor, why did you do this to me? Oh, God. Oh, God. So, does anybody else, like, emotionally eat? Like, oh, God, I'm sad, I need this cookie. I do. I eat my emotions. It's not okay. I've always done it. I used to be a big girl. Okay? A really big girl. When I was really, really young. That's not okay. Okay? Okay. I was like, what? 3rd grade, what? Yeah. Yeah. So that's why I say that there are healthy and unhealthy ways to and choices that you can make and ways to eat and all kinds of different things that you can do to help yourself feel better. But at the end of the day, make the healthy choice. Just please, for the love of God, make the healthy choice. Because when you make healthy choices, you feel better. It's just better for you.
Hey, Calvin, will you make me a fish sandwich? I guess.
Meet Calvin. He's a 17-year-old kitchen phenom that understands layering flavors and textures perfectly. And while I am asking for an off-menu specialty here, he actually has one of his dishes featured on the Root and Branch menu. But let me tell you more about the best fish sandwich I've ever had. Before frying the trout, he marinated it in roasted garlic, Fresnos, and shallots. Then he dredged it in flour before getting it into the fryer. While the fish was frying, he got to work on what I believe is the best sandwich slaw I've ever had. What put this one over the top was dressing it in a house-made tartar sauce and adding a little bit of Fresno juice so it had a little kick to it. And then he lovingly massaged it all together by hand, and you know that food made with love tastes so much better. Then all that was left to do was assemble the sandwich. He did a base layer of the house-made tartar sauce, set the trout on top, and then gave it a hearty dose of the slaw. And I know I didn't give you all the details of the slaw and the sauce, but I'm telling you there are flavors layered upon flavors, and every bite has the perfect consistency to it with that crunch from the slaw.
Hey, Calvin, will you make me a fish?
Uh-huh.
Let's style my coochie hole skirt. Guys, it has no business being this hot. Let's style her for the club. Stop, this is like 2015 Urban Outfitters. Maybe we make this skirt lower rise, and then maybe my Jimmy Choo's. For necklace, I'm feeling pearls. I'm kind of shook at how flattering these are, but...
Really? Because that is the ugliest thing I've ever seen in my goddamn life. Who the fudge would buy that? Who wants a skirt that was turned into shorts that is literally just only shorts because there's some kind of weird hole in the middle of the fabric that was sewed together where your hoo-ha should be? Like, yeah, it's not showing anything, sure, but it literally, somebody could shove their arm between your legs and pick you up and walk away with you without showing your foof. There ain't no reason for that. That is evil. That's not fashion. That's something that you wear for kinking. That is not fashion. It's not okay.
No, we hate the skirt. And I think we have very different definitions about what's flattering. Sometimes I wonder what I did to deserve these things showing up on my Explore page.
Why, God, why?
I do the show and I watch these.
I asked my sister-in-law which cereal was my niece and nephew's current favorite, and I was hoping she would say one, but of course each one had their own. I was making them cereal crispy treats for the first time. I just eyeballed the butter and marshmallow quantities, so my youngest nephew is currently on a Cinnamon Toast Crunch kick.
Right.
My niece likes Lucky
And
Charms,
if it does, that's
but
gonna be
only
nasty.
the marshmallows, so I picked them out for her. I hope she watches this when she grows up to see all the hardships I went through for her. This one, I definitely had too much marshmallow. Someone said it looked like a cursed image, and I totally agree. My last nephew loves Fruity Pebbles, and I had a whole box of that, so I made the biggest batch of it. Then I just decided to use the rest of the Lucky Charms since I had it. The best one turned out to be the Fruity Pebbles. It was also the easiest one to cut. I asked my sister-in-law which cereal was my niece and nephew's current.
That entire thing is cursed, and yes, I can honestly guarantee that the only one of those cereal bars that came out properly was the Fruity Pebbles, because it's literally just fruit flavored and colored Rice Krispies. You are not supposed to make Rice Krispie squares out of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. You're definitely not supposed to little marshmallows over top of more little marshmallows after you remove them from cereal. Lady, you need help.
You want to talk about it?
Take your daughter's dress and take a separate hanger. Make sure it's not a broken hanger or anything. You're going to slide it in through this. Take your
There is
daughter's dress
absolutely
and take a separate hanger.
There is absolutely no way that those hangers do not have parts in them. There's no way. I don't like this magic trick. Next.
I promise it's not what you think. Jessica! How could you do this to us? Again, how could you do this to us? Again, you said the first time was the only time. What does that sound? I don't hear anything. Is that your phone? I don't know what you're talking about. Who's calling you? Why is my brother phoning you? And what's with the little heart? Ah, brother? It's his adoptive brother. They're more like friends than they are brothers. It's gonna nice to have a quick listen. Oh, could you? Well, get your ass, Joass. I can't believe this. Do you think you could give us a second? Oh, sorry. Okay, where is my grandbaby? Mommy! Oh, I can't be here anymore. Mommy, you deal with her. And I just have papers for you to sign. I'm not going anywhere. I promise it's not what you think. Jessica!
Oh, my lord.
And what did you get? 2 times 2 is 60.
Hey guys, check this out. Oh, that's cute. Look at mine. Whoa. Lexi, do you have one? Duh, of course. You have cherries? That is so cool. I know. Hey ladies. Hey Veronica. What are you guys doing? We're just like showing our tanning stickers. Yeah, it's stupid. Oh, like this? Is that Playboy Bunny? Yeah. See ya. Hey guys, check this.
I didn't know what to do in this situation because I didn't want to make this customer feel stupid. We had a Roni's Virgin come in the other day and asked for recommendations. They said they didn't want a plain mac and cheese and they didn't want it to be spicy. I told him we've had a lot of people get cheddar, ham, and bacon recently since our ham is limited time only. He hesitated for a minute and said that he would take the bacon but not the ham. Before finishing off his order, I decided to ask if he had any dietary restrictions we should know about, and he said, well, I'm allergic to pork, that's why I'm getting bacon and not ham. I waited a second to see if he was joking, but it was clear that he was being dead serious. Instead of telling him that bacon is also considered pork, I just asked him if he usually gets bacon at other restaurants, and he looked at me kind of sideways and sarcastically said yes. This was one of those situations I just decided to keep my mouth shut. I didn't know what to do in this situation because I didn't want to make this customer.
But I'm glad I was raised that way because it taught me how to choose sexual.
How?
I didn't know what to do in this situation because I didn't want to make.
Okay. People like this guy are the full-blown reason why sometimes people don't take me seriously when I go to a restaurant if I haven't taken my overdose of Benadryl that day. Just know. Okay. So there are some people who exist who have very strange specific food allergies, and that is okay. Some of us literally have to take Benadryl, Reactin, whatever, in order to eat specific foods. Mine happens to be cow's milk and or anything that is made of cow's milk. Which is strange to me specifically because I can have goat's milk, I have goat's cheese, I can have anything from a goat or a sheep or any other animal, but I can't have cow's milk. Somebody else figure this out for me because I can't. Anyways, if I can, on occasion, if I take enough allergy medication to quell off the minor anaphylaxis that typically occurs and stays occurring for 3 or 4 days, yeah, I don't know, man. There's no excuse for somebody saying, oh, I'm allergic to pork, but I order bacon all the time. Bacon is pork, Famaka. Bacon is pork. If you don't understand that that ham and bacon are not only the same meat from the same animal, just prepared in different ways. It's literally from the same part of the same animal. Like, bacon is literally from any part of the pig that you can get. Favorite is belly. Belly's good bacon. That's actually what you would get in the grocery store. However, at the end of the day, you can make bacon out of any part of the pig. However, ham has to be the leg. I don't know. This is messed up. Oh, I'm allergic to pork. That's why I'm ordering bacon and not ham. You're stupid. You're stupid. That's exactly what you should have said. You just should have looked at him and said, no, bacon is pork and you're a moron. God, I do not miss working in food service or working in the service industry in general.
I'm glad I was raised that way because it taught me how to choose sexual partners in a responsible way, okay? So when I was younger and I was waiting, I would tell guys, I'm not ready to have sex yet. Is that okay? And anytime guys were really cool about that decision, that just made me want to have sex with them more because there is nothing hotter than someone respecting your boundaries. You're just like, what? Take your pants off. Get over here. The hottest thing you can say to a girl is, hey, we don't have to do anything. Now we do. So I still do this as a sexually active adult. I pretend I'm not ready to have sex with someone new yet, just to make sure they're a good person first. I call it the gobstopper test. I go, oh, I'm not ready. Is that okay? He's like, totally fine. No worries at all. And I'm like, Charlie, you won! You did it! I knew you could, my boy. Now come inside my chocolate factory. But I'm glad I was raised that way because it...
Yes.
Guess the wrong hole.
You know what?
I had a bunch of comments on my last video just like this, where I tried out the Scrub Daddy gel, and it did an amazing job, but a lot of you swore that Dawn dish soap was better. And I'm a woman of the people, so let's test it out. I'm gonna use a Scrub Mommy for both products because that's what comes with the gel, just so that the playing field is even. What I'll be using first is the Scrub Daddy gel, and I'll be doing that on the left side of this pan. And I did put a piece of tape in the middle just so there would be a clear line defined between the two products. And starting off, I can already tell that this product is doing an amazing job, just like it did last time. And whenever I sprayed it off, that was confirmed because it got literally everything up. We're not done here, guys. We're gonna put the tape back down and then we're gonna use the Dawn dish soap. And like I said earlier, to level the playing field, I'm gonna use a Scrub Mommy for both sides. And I used two different colors so you guys would know that it's not the same Scrub Mommy, so I'm not mixing any chemicals here. I did scrub with the same grease power and the same amount of time for both sides. Probably should have used gloves, but we know for next time. You can already tell that the Dawn dish soap did not do as well as the Scrub Daddy gel, but personally I still think it did an amazing job. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments. I had a bunch of comments on my last video.
All you gotta do is say my name.
I don't know your name.
Well, I can't say it.
How about a game of charades?
Yes, let's play it.
2 words.
Right.
Second word. Drink.
No.
Beverage.
I don't know.
Checking in? Yes, just me and the baby. Okay, so for your baby, it would be an extra $300. Oh no, she doesn't need her own seat. She'll be sitting on my lap. I know, it'll still be $300. I thought babies under 2 fly for free. They do. The $300 is a service fee and taxes. The airfare is free. What? I'll be right back.
What?
Checking in for what, please? Checking in? Yes, just me and the baby. Okay.
Oh, God. I don't know what she was trying to make this lady think she did, but I learned this in Great Britain. What did you learn in Great Britain? Now I want to know. Oh, yeah. That looks cute. What are you going to do with it? Okay. Why? I don't think any British people are doing that, and if you are, can you please let me know in the comments, because that does I don't think that's real. That's just a danger to your toaster. Honestly, it really is. It's just a danger to your toaster.
Right, are they chocolate balls?
Shut up.
Okay, hold on, I've got to lift myself up. This is what I've seen the professionals do. I'm not sure why. When you do like this, and you lie around and you lie.
That's a nice looking lady.
I'm not very good at it. Hold on. Okay, this is the big one, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, I'm going, I think. Okay. Bye!
Woo! Woo!
Okay, hold on, I've got to lift myself up.
Woo! No! No! No, I would not be doing that!
When she found out she was pregnant, she had the idea of telling her husband while they were in a photo booth.
3, 2,
I'm pregnant.
1.
Are you serious?
Yes. Look. I took 3.
Wait, are you serious?
She timed it perfectly while the pictures were being taken, and when he realized this was real, his reaction is awesome.
Yes! Come on! Oh, yes!
They then came back 1 year later to now take pictures with their little baby, and the final results to all the pictures are too wholesome. An incredible idea from this mom. When she found out she was pregnant,
oh cool, what are they doing? Oh, there's cotton candy, I love cotton candy. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh, it's purple.
为你熬的夜都冷了，数的羊都跑了，一个两个嘲笑我，笑我耳朵是铃了，笑我放你走了，走了，走了，走了。路人撞街过河好景，只有片刻，森林都会掉落，风吹走云朵，你留给我的迷离扑朔，岁月风干我的执着，我还是把回忆紧握，太多都散落，散落太多，好难过，难过是你走了，走了，走了，走了。窗外雨都停了。
We're cooking this brisket completely covered in salt. Started by removing the fat. And today's fun because we actually have a special use for it. After simmering, we're left with liquid gold. To season, first ever double spin black pepper and garlic powder. Don't sip the liquid gold like a soup. Do fill your syringe and inject the brisket, channeling your inner plastic surgeon. Aromatic thyme and time for salt. Adding 10 pounds of pink Himalayan to a bowl, water, and mix to form a paste. Don't throw the salt snowball at your sister, that would be mean. Instead, lay down a layer, adding the brisket. Cover and pack well, then get it on the grill. Perfect time to crack open a bag of the world's best beef jerky, and we're smoking over applewood, low and slow. 12 hours later, we straight up had stalactites forming, and it was looking wild as a thick shell had formed. Cracked her open, and it really shrunk in size. No bark since it wasn't exposed to smoke, but fixed that with the flamethrower. This was by far the juiciest brisket I've ever cooked. The salt had penetrated deeply, and surprisingly wasn't overpowering. A huge success. We're cooking this brisket completely.
That's too much salt.
Greatness comes from
You gonna
fantasy.
die.
I would imagine that when
How you
This is my
over-sodium
glow from
and
Mormon
kill
to ex-Mormon in 60 seconds. I got married in the temple at 23, and these are my very Mormon engagement photos. I was an MTC teacher at the time, and you can definitely always see my little garment line in basically everything I wore. About a year and a half into being married, I tried coffee for the first time, and I am not wearing garments in this picture. I was so worried that the wind would make it fly open a bit, that I was not wearing my garments. This is my first time wearing a tank top in public, which is so funny because it's kind of like a t-shirt with no sleeves. With this shirt combined with the coffee, this is basically like my ex-Mormon nudes. This is me getting my very first tattoo 4 years after my initial faith crisis. 5 years after my faith crisis, I was finally ready to buy a bikini. And activities like this really helped me work through the deconstruction process and think about who I wanted to be after leaving the church. I started wearing short shorts, I started wearing tank tops, and I just became more and more comfortable with my own skin and my own body. I also started wearing crop tops for the first time 6 years after.
Don't care.
It's time to retire my makeover cake Phoebe. So at the end of this video, I'm cutting into her
to see what a Euro cake actually looks like. And tastes like?
But before that, she needs one more makeover. This iconic movie is one that brings back all the nostalgic vibes. It's a classic holiday film inspired by the original Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, where one of Santa's helpers took a little journey to the big city to bring out the true spirit of Christmas and help save the day.
I know him.
Well, after 14 different makeovers and a whole lot of fun, I think we all know what time it is.
Here goes nothing. I don't see any moles.
So there's one thing left to do. Just kidding. Say hi to Phoebe too. It's time to retire my makeover cake Phoebe.
Hey, grand.
One of our followers asked if limited time only flavor.
Push me that way!
Oh my goodness.
You had absolutely no right to do that.
You do know the repercussions of your actions right now, right?
Is that you give me my phone back.
I'm gonna give you a chance to apologize, because I'm about to go crazy. You can apologize right now before I do something.
I will apologize after you give me my phone back.
Okay, so you're not gonna apologize, right? Right?
After you
right?
give
right?
my
right?
So
she's not
right?
gonna apologize.
Right?
Oh my god.
Exactly what you deserve.
What
Next
in
is
the
me.
world?
Next is me.
Just
Next
hit
is me.
a woman?
Yes, he did.
Yeah. You wanna hit a man? You wanna hit like a man? You wanna hit like a man?
Oh my
You wanna hit bit like a man? Hey, sit down. Sit
Now,
down.
bro can get it.
All right.
No, you had no business accusing my man of stealing.
Exactly.
You had no business doing that. Then you put your hands on him.
Exactly.
You deserve everything you got.
Right.
I cannot believe you think it is okay to hit a lady.
You just hit me. What are you talking about? You hit me. What do you think was gonna happen?
Push me that way!
Oh my goodness.
So she deserved that.
No right to do that.
You do know the repercussions of your actions right now, right?
Is that you give me my phone back.
I'm gonna give you a chance to apologize, because I'm about to go crazy. You can apologize right now before I do something.
I will apologize after you give me my phone
Okay,
back.
so you're not gonna apologize, right? Right?
After you
Right?
give
Right? Right?
So she's not
Right?
gonna apologize.
Right?
Yes, this man is my hero.
What in the world?
Next is me. Next is me.
woman?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love how
hit
it's
a man,
equal
you wanna hit
rights,
like a
equal
man?
fights. No, I love how it's equal rights, equal fights until the very second when this man decides that he has had enough and he actually fucking hits her back. So, how exactly... No, you don't get to say, oh, you don't get to hit a lady if you just up and thugged him. He gave you 3 chances to apologize back before he up and thwopped you. Therefore, yeah, you deserved that, woman. Fudge you. On that note, we're gonna end this, and you guys are all absolutely beautiful. I love everything about you. You are wonderful, and have a great day. Bye-bye.